Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're learning a brand new opening in one sitting and then playing it until we defeat a 2000 rated player. Let's dive in. Okay, first things first, we have to go shopping for an actual opening to learn, and we'll do so on chessreps.com, the sponsor of today's video. Now, as you can see, obviously I've learned a couple of openings already, the London, of course. I've learned the Stafford, the King's Gambit. I learned one that was very theory dense, which was the Ruy Lopez, 55 lines in total. That one was a tough one to work through, but when I actually played it, it was a lot of fun. Even as a d4 player myself, I have to admit that these e4 positions are a lot more dynamic, and it was nice to be exposed to that. We also did the French defense, but I don't know, I'm kind of in the mood for something a little bit attacking. I don't want to do something too gimmicky, like this, for example, the Vienna, in my opinion, looks a little bit gimmicky. I'm sure that after they take, you maybe have like d4, and there are some interesting ideas, and for some people that's right down their alley, but I'd like something that's a little bit more concrete, like the Danish would make sense. I'm looking at this position and I can see that we're obviously down 2 pawns, but I have 2 bishops developed, one on the long diagonal. I have a centralized pawn, and black's position literally has not changed since moving that e7 pawn. The description is sacrifice a pawn, then another, and end up with a crushing position that will win you the game, and it's only 15 lines of theory. I will say, I am a London player, but I do characterize myself in general as something of an attacking player, at least within reason. So something like this could be a lot of fun. I wouldn't really care about the material advantage that the opponent would get, as long as I have 2 pieces developed before they do. I think I'm in a good spot, so let's go with this one. All right, the first thing that we're gonna do is go through all of the theory. I'll be reading these blurbs. Let's learn the Danish. You will sacrifice a pawn, then another, a 3-pawn sacrifice in the first 4 moves. I hope I don't end up regretting this, but it looks like it should be fun. In return, you'll get a huge attack, and that's all that I need promised to me. We'll start with e4. So I'll keep reading these blurbs and work my way through the theory, and I'll give you guys my thoughts in just a moment. Okay, with that, we've already done 1 line of theory. There are only 14 more to go. I mean, it looks like fun. Even though black can castle, we've got these 2 absolute cannons staring directly into that kingside position. So I'm excited to see where this takes us. I mean, just look at this position. If that isn't like something that I would love to play every single game if I could get the chance, I mean, I don't know what is. I have every single piece developed, the rooks are connected, the king is castled, and black has the queen out with the king in the middle of the board, just waiting to get greeted on that e file. Okay, 13 lines left to go. Now I'll actually see you guys at the end of it. Okay, so I will say, this is the upside to having a library worth of openings to look through, because it's one thing to understand the concepts of an opening and then play it well because you understood the concepts. That's totally fine. But it's another thing to find an opening that actually resonates with you and your like specific play style. And I have to admit, I think this is probably the first e4 opening that actually like internally makes a lot of sense to me. To be fair, it caught my eye off the bat with the 2 bishops lined up, and the rest of the opening really revolves around that idea. So personally, I'm really excited to play this against somebody. But first I have to practice it. I do have 15 lines to practice. This will make you play out the line, and if you get all of the moves correct, it will mark it as practiced, as in you understood the line and how to play it. And if you get something wrong, then you'll just get the chance to do it again at a different point. So let's see if I remember anything about this opening. We get queen to e7. And I remember this too because as if we hadn't sacrificed enough pawns already, they want you to play this and sack the pawn on e4, which is just spectacular, honestly. Then we play queen to b3, protects the bishop, and then sets up this battery on f7. We get bishop takes with check, so we do have to recapture. We'll take back with the bishop to maintain this pressure on the f7 pawn. Queen back to g6, and I believe the last move here is just to castle out of the way. Yeah, and it is, right? And that's what I mean. Like, I could also say that I just understood the concepts, which I did, so it wasn't hard to apply them again. But like for me personally, the idea of developing this quickly to get an attack going on the enemy king just resonates with me really well. Okay, so that's line 1 of 15. Let's do the other 14. Okay, that's all 15 lines. Now learned, which just means we're familiar, and practiced, which means I've gone through every single line, and when they hand it to me randomly, I can get the move order correct. I'm very excited to play this, honestly, but again, I really want to drill in this practice before I go out into the wild, because it would be terrible to suddenly forget a specific line or something like that in the middle of a game. So we're going to practice a little bit more. Personally, I like to use the drill because I'm a little bit competitive, obviously, and what on earth? I thought I was competitive. Exhausted and Broke has a record of 243 for this week. What's the all-time high? 460 by Sweezy. Holy smokes. Okay, what's the daily? Okay, the daily high is 25, and it resets in 1 hour anyways. Holy smokes. I was gonna say, let me see if I can get up into the top 5. Actually, I could get into the top 5 pretty handily. I can get more than 27, I think. That would be the equivalent of doing all of the lines basically twice to get 30. Let's give that a try. I think I can get into the top 4. I would displace 4th, so I wouldn't even be podium, but I would be on the leaderboard comfortably. So let's see if we can manage that. We boot the knight, we take here, we trade the queens, black can no longer castle, we take on g7. Ooh, free bishop, don't mind if I do. We'll get out of the way with check. Boom, high score of 1. This is looking good. That makes 2. That's 3-zy peasy. We sure have a long way to go. Okay. Oh no, I misclicked pawn to d3. Oh, that's so painful. I would much rather end a streak because I genuinely got something wrong. I misclicked pawn to d3 instead of pawn to d... Okay, well... At least I'm very confident that I can get myself on the leaderboard. That's 9, that's 16th place all-time weekly with a streak of 9. I didn't even get through all the lines once, which is top 3 today, not bad. Okay, I have to do that again. Okay, we're at 9. There is no need for any silly misclicks, no buffoonery, just solid. All of the lines that I already know how to play. We trade queens so they cannot castle, then we take on g7. That's a free bishop. We get out of the way with check. We're at 10. We've broken the curse. I just need to get 5 more now. Bishop c4, we take back. Whenever I see that knight, I play e5. We break the pin with our own queen, develop the knight. We have knight d5. Awesome sacrifice. We take back, take that free piece, and your rook is mine. 4-11. e4, d4, c3. Take my pawn. It's all yours. d5. Top engine move, so we take back. Sack on f7. We don't actually win a free queen because we have to go back and give it up ourselves, or else the rook just takes it. We take with the knight though, so at least we can still castle. That's 12. e4, d4, c3. So far so good. Knight c3. None of this is new. Of course none of it is new. Knight's f3. We castle. Centralize the rook. Okay, so far we're doing fine. We're at 13 now. If I can do 2 more, I think I'll be ready for a game. We'll go ahead and take back. Knight c3. What are we supposed to do here? Oh yeah, we sack e4, queen to b3, we take back, and then we just castle. Okay, that makes 14. We're this close. Just give me 1 more. Give me the hardest line possible so I can feel proud of myself on the way out. e5. We take. Block with the bishop. Take with the knight. Take with the pawn. Take with the rook. Knight to d5. We get the f6 fork, and we do get a high score of 15 to put us in the top 10 of this week. Number 2 of today, and 149 all time. I do challenge you guys, go out and get a higher score than me if you think this opening resonates with you. And if not, you can probably find me on the leaderboard for any of the other openings that I showed earlier in the video. Go and beat my score. I challenge you to. Okay, I think with that, we're ready for some real games. I'm going to play these as 3-0 blitz. I feel like that's fast enough for me to sort of cruise through the opening and then play some real chess, and maybe also have an exciting flag. So let's go ahead and queue ourselves up. We do get the white pieces, we play e4, and we get a Sicilian. All right, fair enough, I used to play the Sicilian. So we can't really play this opening anymore, so I'll go ahead and play my own thing. Go ahead and get on the long diagonal. We'll play something in the spirit of the opening that was meant to be. I suppose d5 is coming next, so I'm prepared to capture. Unless f5 is coming next, no, of course, d5. I guess we'll play d4, attack in the center. I mean, we can't just let black get complete control over the center of the board when I'm playing with the white pieces. Get bishop to e7. I think I might just take. That seems like a pretty weak isolated pawn. Okay, this is prep of some kind because they played that very comfortably. What do we do here? Knight c3? I don't know. I think I'm supposed to be afraid of d4. I'm going to make me be afraid of d4. Otherwise, I'm going to pretty much ignore it like it's not even there. They do castle out of the way, so this is no longer a pin. What our actual plan is, I'm not so certain. I guess bishop back, might as well line up on that pawn on h7, since traditionally there's a knight here on f6, which is what this bishop looks to replace. But now that there's a bishop, nobody's defending h7. Okay, bishop g4, we're breaking that pin as soon as possible. They're going to try to keep it on the board. What happens if I do this? Are you going to take my knight and double my pawn? They are, okay, which means potentially we can line up the rook on this file and get some sort of exciting counterplay going, or we can just get targeted right away and regret our decision. Okay, how do I actually defend that pawn? King to h2, bishop e5, f4? Oh, it's questionable. It's very, very questionable. Knight goes to e5, targets the pawn. I guess bishop to e2 is as legal a move as any other, so we'll play that. This was probably way too brash, especially considering I'm playing an opening that I never play. I don't even know if this is a real opening. Ooh, rook to d8 somehow seems a little bit slow. So maybe we will get our kingside attack after all. The time situation is pretty much even as well. The real challenge will be to see if I can remember the opening after playing whatever this made up nonsense is. We get knight to f5, queen to f4. Every move I make here is a question mark. This is all scientific discovery because none of this is set in stone that I know of anyways. I mean, at some point I'd like to open up this bishop. I'm just not really sure how that's supposed to come about. We get knight back to g6, sure. Move the queen out of the way. If we trade queens, I guess that's okay. If we don't, that's fine too. I mean, we get bishop to e5. f4 doesn't work anymore because of that knight. So I guess I do have to move back now. I don't know. Black might have something like bishop back, queen c7, but they don't. They play queen to c8. Looking for this c5 pawn maybe? I mean, I can't imagine that's the idea. The knight would just hang. So we're going to put some pressure on d5 since that was my original argument, is that that pawn seems weak. Oh, we do get pawn to d4. We'll centralize our own knight now. Knight goes back. We do have a queen trade offer on the board. If I go back, there's knight to f4. Looks at h3. Doesn't look like a good time, so I will trade the queens. And then I guess just pick up d4. This is very, very strange because I'm up 2 points of material, but my pawn structure is ugly as all heck. So I'm not really sure that it's been worth it so far. We'll go bishop c4. The knight takes, or g3, I guess. How do you defend the knight? Oh, there was also knight to f6. Oh, missed opportunity. The knight goes back. Knight d6? No, we'll go b4 first. I do like knight to d6 though because it looks at f7. We get knight to f5. Rook d7. Opponent is low on time, but we're not far behind either. Right, that challenges c5. We'll go ahead and take here. I guess I can just move back. We're still defending a2. And the opponent is still very low on time. So as long as I don't get bamboozled over here somehow, I think I should be fine. Knight to e5. Ooh, this? I don't know. It feels like my position is held on by a thread here. Yeah, and the pawns start falling. Let's go here. We have knight f6. Yeah, we still have knight to f6, just with the discovered attack now. And the king just moves out of the way. Fair play. Totally fair play to the opponent. We'll go back. 17 seconds versus their 9. Yeah, I'm gonna win this just because I can flag them. Like I'm like 99% sure I can flag them pretty comfortably here. Yeah, and they do timeout, and we win the game. Okay, so that had nothing to do with the opening that we learned today, but it was still interesting. I played some terrible made-up Frankenstein of a move by doubling my own pawns, but we'll go ahead and line up for another game. Okay, we get black this time, which is fair. Pawn to g3. We'll play a sort of like London with black. How's that? Because I figure if I play an opening that I already know how to play, then the game should end relatively quickly. Not necessarily in my favor, but one can hope. Ooh, e4. They lean into all of these trades. I mean, they do have the bishop pair. What? What is happening? We force a queen trade. So we're now up a piece. For 2 pawns, though, in the end game. I still think this is vastly better for me, though. Certainly, this has to be winning already. Knight f6? I don't know. I might eat those words in just a moment, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, we've now won back one of the pawns. We'll target d4 from behind. They come and defend it. I mean, fair enough. We'll go ahead and target d4 a different way. They defend it again. Again, fair enough. We'll do this little forking idea. Interesting. I guess I should just take. Yeah, and then move the bishop back to a5. They'll probably give me a spite check. Oh, they don't. Interesting. We'll play b5. Even though I do have the bishop, I'd rather keep the position closed just because my bishop, or rather, that's not my bishop. No, just because my king is a little bit in the center of the board and he has a really natural path to sort of follow here, which I'd like to lean into if possible. Of course, I'm going to grab the open file if they're going to give it to me. Pawn to e4. This has to be a weakness that I can target somehow. Question is, how on earth do I actually target it? Let's start by moving this bishop. Moving the bishop back? Yeah, moving the bishop back. I mean, d5 doesn't work yet because I can take back, but they can easily set it up. Okay, we'll go ahead and make this pawn structure a little more concrete. We both have plenty of time to play with. We're playing very quickly. Yeah, rook to d3. I was a little worried about that. Let's do this, and I'm willing to bet that I can hold down the fort, basically, with my king and my bishop. I don't think there's a way for them to actually force their way into the position. So I'm going to continue my argument that I can actually get to their king before they can get to mine. They do go for this pawn, but surely there's some idea here. Okay, pawn to h4, sure, fair enough. Let's go here, setting up check. Yeah, d6 is kind of annoying there, isn't it? Bishop to a5, be annoying right back. Okay, we'll play check. At the very least, we can force a rook trade. I don't know how beneficial that really is to our position, though. Maybe I can just play this, but the king continues to advance and suddenly they're defended again. Maybe bishop to e1? I don't know, suddenly I'm not so convinced by my position. It feels like this attack kind of fell through. Yeah, and I can't even take that or else my rook is trapped. So check. Down to a minute. Let's go here to at least defend this pawn. King advances again. Okay, they're getting a little bit excitable. I wonder if there's like a mating idea somehow. Rook comes over. Oh, that's a free bishop! That's a totally free bishop. Oh, and of course they take it. Yeah, check. d7, what on earth do I do there? Ooh, yeah, this is suddenly completely lost. Check. Might as well take this while we're here. King moves out of the way, interesting. Wait, what? Okay, I've now scammed my opponent out of a clear victory with a questionable checkmate on h5, but we'll take it. I have yet to get, oh, we get the black pieces again. I've yet to get my opening of choice. Okay, what do we play against e4, c5? We get c3, ooh. Yeah, I'm not this well versed in Sicilian theory, I think. Oh, and they're not even gonna play d4? You're gonna leave me hanging? You know what? Fair enough. You have to respect it. Okay, now d4. Castle? I don't know what I'm doing here. I haven't played the Sicilian seriously in so long. Maybe that's the next one I should do is the Sicilian. We'll play rook c8. I used to have a clear idea of what was going on in this type of position once upon a time. Let's go h5 just to bother the opponent. This is definitely a dubious move. There's no way that's right. Go knight e8. Is that an idea? Unleash the bishop? Reroute the knight through c7? That seems familiar. Pawn to b4. What if I play h4 here? Just to see what they do. What do you do against h4? Put the mic to his face. What are you going to do against h4? Nothing. You're going to let me take. Interesting. You'd think that would make your king side weak. But I guess if I can't attack it, it's not actually weak per se. e6. Don't really know what's going on here, but I don't like it. So I'm going to stop it as best I can. d5. You will insist. I will cordially step to the side. Should they take, I'm fine with this weird pawn on d6 because I take back with the bishop. They take on a7. Okay. They're going to try to steamroll us on the queen side, which I think is our cue to try to steamroll them on the king side. Now, how effective we're actually going to be, I don't know, but we'll give it our best shot. King to h2, okay. Let's go knight b5. There's just like this weird sort of coordination of the pieces that I don't know, there might not even be a tactic there, but it just looks like somewhere that I should be applying pressure. We're still looking at the knight, so somebody's gonna have to step back and defend it, otherwise I grab the rook right behind. Ooh, intermezzo hits my queen. What if I step to the side? I'm baiting g4, so I can take it with my knight. No, they move the knight out of the way, hitting my queen, which means I can't actually take the rook. Wow, very well played, okay. Do I have an intermezzo of my own? Check, they move back, and then nothing happens? Okay, let's move backwards. That's so bad. Somehow maybe this is okay? I don't know. I mean, we're still looking at the rook, and knight to g4 is in some universe maybe scary. I'm not convinced by it, but maybe the opponent will be. We'll see. Okay, we do get rook to d1, so they do step to the side. Check, takes, and there's no such business as this. But I can try this on for size, and there's no way for the knight to move out of the way and defend the queen. Okay, they take. I take back. This is still on the board, surprisingly. But they take. So should I play here, bishop c4? Rah, you're gonna have to prove to me that you can get out of this. Oh, they can. Easily, actually. Oh man, well, we tried. How about this? Boom, check, surprise. They weren't surprised, they just stepped to the side and kept all of their material. Yeah, I don't think we have I don't think we have much going for us here. I can't even move my queen, or else I just drop the rook. Yep, that'll probably do it. I have 20 seconds left as well. So my odds here are fantastically slim. Unless I can somehow trick my opponent, which obviously I'm going to try to do. Maybe I can get like bishop g1 or something and just totally confuse them. No, they're going to sacrifice. Wow, they do not care at all. Because I'm down to 14 seconds. I mean, fair enough. Move out of the way. 13 seconds. Unless I can get threefold, I'm pretty much toast. Oh, and I can't even step forward. Okay. Why are they letting me push the king back? Because I can't stop them anyways. All right, point 7, that's just not gonna happen. Good game to the opponent. We'll see if we can actually get the white pieces this time. And there we go, e4, come on, e5. No! Who taught these people to play the Sicilian? What a terrible opening. Oh, is this what it feels like to play against the London? It's like, oh, why would you play that? Okay, let's just play something normal. I don't even care if it's particularly dynamic. I just want to get through this game and not lose more rating, trying to play the opening that I learned. Let's go here and here. And h4. Just go for their position, no matter what it takes. h5, who cares? Let's go. Let's get this party started. Rook sacrifice. Try me. See what happens. Okay, now I have to actually prove that that was worth a darn. Kapow, bishop g5, threatening to remove that knight. Bishop d5, who cares if you take? I just take back. Play e6, it's a good move. Ooh, f6, we'll remove this bishop. I say ooh with a lot of enthusiasm for a position where I've very intentionally given up the exchange. Okay, what is this? e6, Knight back, I threaten. I see a weakness, I threaten it. I mean, that's only fair. Queen forward. Is there something here? It smells weird. g5 just plays out, and then I don't think I have anything there. Well, g5, queen h5? Let's try it. Woo! See what happens. I mean, I could not have made it any more obvious for them. Okay, queen to h5. I'm pretty sure this is not concrete, by the way. I'm pretty sure I'm already toast, but we're giving them a run for their money anyways. Okay, I think I have to take back. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Knight g6, rah, attack the opponent, scare them into resigning. I get a funny feeling they're not going to resign. Yeah, queen g7, yeah, great move actually. Yeah, amazing find. Yeah, if you trade the queens, then the attack has no impetus. All right, well, we tried. Well, let's dive into the next game where we get the black pieces against Le Crack des Échecs, the crack of chess. Amazing. c5. What a great opening. Gosh, I love the Sicilian. Play knight f6. Sure, the most bland version of the opening possible, which, to be totally frank, I'm very much on board with. Sure, I'll play a6. Can I go bishop e6 and double my pawns, or am I gonna get in trouble again for doubling my pawns? I don't know. I kind of want to do it though. Ooh, bishop g5. I love visitors. Please be gone. Okay, queen back. This knight is actually very, very pesky in that position. I might even trade my bishop for it, but then I don't want them to have a super strong bishop at the same time. I don't know. Does knight a5 work? That seems like it would work. Yeah, I can take and then defend my b pawn. And I have an amazing pawn on g7 that can't see anything beyond those two pawns in front of it. We get rook to b6. Okay, I can take. They do take back. This is fair. Is there an actual attack here, or have I just boxed in a bishop just for fun? I have a funny feeling I know the answer. Let's go queen to e7. I mean, the attack on b7 is imminent, right? They do double up, but now we're defended. g5? Okay, they're just making their position more concrete. That was h5. At some point, this is just overextension, but I mean, if the opponent's gonna let me keep crawling forward, I certainly will, especially with this nice little check on g5. We'll see if they even take back. It looks like they're considering rook takes b7. Yeah, they are, which means I'd have to take, but then that means they have to take back, and queen g5 is still possible with that attack on g2. Even better, queen h4 is now possible. Looking directly at f2, if g3, e4 drops, even h2 first with check to put that king on a light square and then give that check. It looks good all of a sudden. g3, check, check. I guess we do just drop h2, but then rook to f2? Is there actually mate? There is on g4. Okay, we scam another opponent out of a winning position. Finally, we get the white pieces. e4. You know what you want to play. Not the Sicilian. Not the Sicilian. Oh, goodness. Okay. I guess we're playing against another Sicilian. Knight c3. Sure, why not? Let's do it again. Bishop g5. I mean, my attack here is extremely obvious. I'm not going to sacrifice any exchanges, I don't think. I don't feel like doing that again. But I will set up... Okay, we're not doing that over here. Oh, we are doing that over here, aren't we? Wow, okay. They are persistent. a5. Now what? If you play b5, en passant, and then I just drop the bishop back, and I don't think the attack has... Yeah, I don't think the attack has any other juice. We get e6. They really want me to castle kingside. That much is obvious. So we're not doing that. h4. We probably should castle kingside, because at this point, the center is sufficiently active, and the queen side is sufficiently open that it's probably best to go this way. But I'm defiant. I'm not going to do it because I think my opponent wants me to do it. Bishop to f4. We get pawn to c4. Now, why is that not free? Why is that not free? Somebody has to explain to me why this is not a free pawn. Because I'm also looking at d6. Okay, e5. Now it's a backwards pawn on top of that. I could go bishop g3 and then have it cemented there, or I can, you know, maybe concede a little bit. Sure, you got my bishop. You got my bishop on e3. I'm assuming that's what they wanted. Right, they do take it. h5. What a strange position. Okay, fine. I mean, there's just such a good weakness here. I suppose now they're gonna do it because I've done it. No, bishop b7, okay. I mean, they're gonna have to do it at some point, or else like c5, and other friendly ideas are incoming. We get queen c7. Wow, are they really not gonna castle? That would blow my socks off. Okay, knight g5. Sneaky attack. Surely now they castle. Surely. There's no way. If they don't, I would be amazed. I would be, okay, they do. I would have been extremely impressed. Okay, now what do I do? Maybe knight to a4 is so passive. Knight to d5? I mean, it's still a weakness even if the rook isn't looking directly at it. Ooh, take with the bishop is a very interesting choice. That's a free pawn as well. I'm assuming that happened under the guise that, okay, I go back, that because the center would be closed, bishops would be worse than knights, but I feel like that's a little bit short-sighted. I do think eventually the center kind of has to open up. We will move the queen back. I have no interest in being pinned and then losing a knight for example. They could just take, double my pawns, but they don't. I'll go ahead and double the rooks. Rook a7. There's like some knight to e6 ideas if this knight ever sort of scoots out of the way. Queen to f3. Now there's definitely f7 ideas. Whoa! Oh wait, no, rook b7. Well, worth a shot anyways. Sure, they play there anyways. We take. Surely the queen takes back. Yeah, knight to e6. Why not? Let's give it a try. Let's give it a little whirl. We have opposite colored bishops, so how do you actually target that e6 pawn? Unless you're like going to give up the exchange or something, but that's seems particularly unlikely. Let's go here, target d6. I mean, we have pressure on the position, so we might as well create other points of weaknesses. Oh, we have 49 seconds as well. That's good to know. Let's try this. And taking, and then rook d7. Okay, as long as I don't, that's a misclick. I was gonna say, as long as I don't flag, I should be okay here. Let's try that again. We take. This. I mean, we're not even promoting, actually. Yeah, wow, this is very weird. This? We'll move the pawns onto light squares. Okay, I need to focus up here for a second. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. They've gotten away. But I have check here, then forced mate, I think. Oh, no, maybe not. Yeah, there it is. Bishop c6. Okay, we do get checkmate. I knew it wasn't a draw. I mean, maybe it might have been a theoretical draw, but I had all the practical chances. Okay, we do grab that victory as well. We have yet to play e4, e5. It feels like a lost art, a lost science to play e4, e5. Let's give it another try. Okay, come on. e4, you know what to play. There's just no way. There's no way we're playing against only Sicilians today. Okay, I might just need to get like Viper or Croissant or somebody to play e5 against me. I think Viper plays e5, does he? I don't know. And then I can actually play the opening that I've been studying. Ooh, d5 I've kind of walked into there. Stop this in its tracks. Ooh, knight b4. h4, we'll take and then move back. h6. Are we gonna play this game? Of course we are. Of course we're gonna lean into that. Queen takes h6 and challenge the opponent to show us why we're not gonna checkmate them in 3 more moves. Knight g4, valid reason. Queen to h5. That's somehow not convincing, but I don't think we have too many other options. Okay, this is very amusing. We'll castle out of the way first. Oh, knight takes f2. Oh, they don't see it. Even better. Queen to e8 is very close to forcing a queen trade. Oh, it is forcing a queen trade. Well, I mean, there's still this, but then takes, and then what? I take, they take, I take. If they take, knight c7, sure. Oh, I almost misclicked there. Let's give that a try. Again, not super convincing, but interesting enough that I think it's worth a shot. Obviously, I'd rather have the queens on the board. Okay, we can do this. I'd rather have the queens on the board and be playing with those 2 extra pawns in an attack. But I guess we can try with the 2 pawns in an endgame instead. I think I'd rather take. Bishop moves out of the way, and then I take this rook. Line up on the open file. Bishop moves out of the way. Yeah, I don't... this isn't concrete. Oh, I have dropped a4 as well. I mean, there's this, but what are the odds they fall for that? Yep, pretty low. Okay, rook to e8. We'll move out of the way. The only other way I pull this off is with like a flag of some kind. Oh, I've been forked into oblivion. Oh, goodness, well played. Is this even worth trying to hang on to? Not at this rate. H5? Just woozy moves. H6 walks into bishop g5. No shortage of tactics. Move back out of the way. We drop h5 anyways. Yeah, well played by the opponent. They're even setting up this like mating idea if I move to a2. We'll give them that one. Well played by the opponent. Okay, I'm giving this one last Hail Mary attempt. Let's just go. 3 minutes. Let's see if I get the white pieces. Nope, no such luck. We do get a 2200 though, so there's some incentive to get rating, and they don't want to play me. Okay, fair enough. We get the black pieces again against the plumber. Let's just play a French. We'll stick it to this guy. We'll stick it to this guy with a French. What did he do to deserve this? Absolutely nothing. I just felt like playing a French. E5. What am I supposed to play here? 97? C5? Pretty sure this is what I'm supposed to play. Am I supposed to trade here? I don't think I am. Wait, maybe I am supposed to take. I don't remember, to be honest. We'll play like bishop e7 or something. A6 at some point to stop like knight b5 ideas. And also have b5 set up at some point. Yeah, they do castle long. Queen c7, b5. This looks like fun. I mean, obviously they want me to castle, so they can hit me with that, and then I get run over in a couple of moves. But I'm gonna do my best to hold out here for a bit and put up a good fight, especially over here on the queen side. Yeah, there's no way I'm castling into that fury of a pawn structure. Bishop to h3, they certainly insist on that attack. We'll play b4, start actually breaking through the queen side a little bit. Knight c5 seems reasonable, looking for e4. Since nobody has eyes on it at the moment, they do take. Go ahead and take back. Ooh, they take again. We'll take back again. Don't mind if I do. We now have the bishop pair, and we get f5. Ooh, a5, bishop a6. I mean, I'm playing this very slowly, but I don't think I need to do anything crazy here. I mean, this is opening up a little bit more than admittedly I would like. Maybe I should castle real quick. Let me get castling out of the way. I have a rook on the f file now as well. We get, does that work? Bishop e3? Queen takes, king a1, and there's no follow-up there that I can see. So that might actually work just fine for them. They're looking at e6. How strange. And I really don't have a whole lot of time to calculate this. I guess I have to bring somebody over to defend e6, and it can't be my light squared bishop. Okay, let's do this and set up this rather sneaky trap. If they do try to break through, I always have whatever the inverse of their pawn move is to sort of close up the position, and then I don't think I'm really in that much danger anymore. Yeah, rook to e1 stops that idea dead in its tracks. Might as well try this on for size. Yep, rook shuffles out of the way. We'll reposition our bishop, so it's actually targeting something. Rook forward, b3, bishop b4. I try to trade and open up the king's, or rather the queen side. Ooh, takes with the rook. Yep, that'll do it. That's really bad actually. Okay, 40 seconds left for me to make something of this position. The odds of us winning this are, I'm gonna be honest, very, very slim. We'll give it our best shot though. Ooh, knight d3, 33 seconds. Not a lot of time. Ooh, forced trade of queens. Yeah, good find by the opponent. Yeah, and with 22 seconds, this endgame should be winning for them. Yeah, check and mate. All right, good find by the opponent. Oh goodness, come on. I just need e5. I hate the Sicilian with all my heart. Okay, guess we're doing this again. I just can't stop getting the Sicilian. And I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to write in chat, stop playing the Sicilian. If anything, that might incite them to play it, even if they don't know the theory. Okay, a4, we're doing this again. H4 just to mess with him. H5 just to mess with me. Fair play. Knight G5 just to mess with you. Interesting. How the turntables, to quote the greatest manager of all time. We get pawn to E6. Yeah, I'm not even sure what I'm really looking for here. I guess we'll castle. Rook B8, sure. F4 just to keep messing with them. Knight G4. F5. Boom. What are you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna take my bishop. I will recapture and lose my queen. Nice. Great way to play that game. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get E4, E5 anytime soon. Well, let's see if I can recruit Viper to play against me. Okay, I just shot him a message. We'll see if he responds. Okay, he's down. Let's do it. Okay, sweet. Okay, he's down. Let me send him a quick challenge. He's also rated 2000, by the way, so I don't know if I'll actually win, but we'll give it a try. Okay, challenge. 3 minutes, we'll do unrated, and I play as white. Oh, he's actually rated way higher than me. He's rated 2100 at the moment. Okay, E4, let's go. E4. Please let this work. We do get E5, and he does accept the Gambit. Okay, finally we can play into this. I have a bad feeling that he knows how to play this, though. We'll see. We'll see if he knows all of the theory. We play queen B3 now. Takes, I take back with the queen. Right, they castle knight to F3. I'm pretty sure he does know the theory because he's played this awfully quickly and confidently. Pawn to D6, right. This is the part where I castle and then eventually play rook to E1. Right, we get knight to C6. Now I centralize my rook and we finally get to play the opening. No more Sicilian. Okay, bishop G4. Now the problem is that I've not had any practice playing further into the opening than this. So everything I do from here is wishy-washy made up. We get bishop G4, but I do have a lot of really interesting attacking ideas. I just have to be able to capitalize. Is knight H4, knight F5 concrete? That's my first question. I'd imagine it is. Well, knight H4, knight sack. I can, oh wait, no knight sack. I just have knight G7. This seems okay. And G6 isn't possible either because I have eyes on that knight on F6. Okay, I need to wake up. I've been playing for the better, almost an hour and a half now. I need to be wide awake for this. Oh wait, no, in Blitz he's rated 2039, so he still is rated higher than I am, but what's 2100 then? Bullet, I'd imagine. Okay, we'll see what he comes up with here. Down to a minute 30. Ooh, knight to H5, there's no way that works. Surely not. Wait, maybe? Does that actually work? Because the thing is, eventually I'd want to play like H3, G4 and boot the knight, but I guess I could just go back. So knight to F5. We'll go ahead and pre-move the recapture as well, sure. Is the idea queen to F6 to try to trade off the queens? No, knight to E5. How peculiar. Okay, trying to get rid of my bishop on C4, which makes perfect sense. Let's just drop the bishop back to B3. I don't think there's any need to panic here. I think we just sort of hold down the fort and try to find a way to slowly improve our attack. Yeah, queen to G5. Down to a minute 20. Okay, I just have to play solid, which is much easier said than done. Let's go here with the idea of rook G3 if knight to F4. Oh wait, but then there's knight to E2. Okay, he simply takes, so I can double the rooks. I would not be totally against sacrificing, but that leaves the back rank a little too weak for my liking. We've got him down to 40 seconds. So even if I don't win this positionally, there's a small chance that I can run away with the flag at least. Maybe bishop C2? Yeah, let's go bishop C2. I just feel like this isn't concrete anymore. I feel like it's better positioned looking at H7. Queen shuffles over, rook here. The knight can't really move out of the way because of bishop H7. We do get H6 though. Oh, we're down to under 30 seconds. Okay, I guess rook back? There's no need really. Maybe bishop C1? I'm just pulling stuff out of the hat at this point, but we'll see. Knight to F4 anyways. Rook G3. Getting really close here with the time scramble. We've got this pin though, which is kind of nice. Ooh, G5. I can still take though because the pawn is pinned. F5. Whoa, we're getting freaky. I can take, and then maybe there's like mate on G7. Ooh, rook comes out. We'll try to pin it, and we do get the flag to finally win a game with the Gambit. Shout out Viper King. If you do not know Viper King, he does YouTube shorts and really fun live stream, so go subscribe to him. He's on the way to 300k. If you guys did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Let me know down below if there are any other openings that you guys think that I should go and learn. Thank you again to Chess Reps for sponsoring this video. You can try them out with the link pinned down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.